Well, a former top aide to Governor Cuomo could spend decades in prison after a jury convicted him on corruption charges today.
Channel 2's Michael Wooten has been following the case that had a bit of a surprise ending today. Right, Michael?
Yes, Scott, it was a split verdict today. Joe Percoco found guilty of 3 counts and then cleared on the 3 others. Now, it is a bit confusing, but in the end, the jury essentially found that he illegally took money from companies in exchange for helping them with state contracts. This worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. And this all happened while he was very close with the governor, almost like a brother. Percoco served as Cuomo's executive deputy secretary and ran his 2 gubernatorial campaigns. Now he could spend up to 50 years in prison when he's sentenced in June on these 3 felony convictions. His attorney was asked today about that split decision from the jury.
There is an inconsistency in the verdict as we read it, and we are, as I say, going to review it and figure out what it means and what options are open to us, and we will pursue all available options.
I am disappointed, but as Barry says, we're going to consider our options and move forward.
The U.S. attorney whose office prosecuted this case in Manhattan said in a statement, as every school child knows, but Percoco corruptly chose to disregard, government officials who sell their influence to select insiders violate the basic tenets of a democracy. We will continue relentlessly to bring to justice those public officials who violate their oaths by engaging in this especially offensive misconduct. Good government groups again today called on the governor to pursue ethics reforms and said this verdict gives them some momentum.
Not having a guilty verdict would have taken the wind out of the sails of efforts to change Albany to pass reforms. Is this enough to motivate the governor? Again, you know, we're looking to the governor to really do something here because this is his top aide.
And the governor put out a statement late this afternoon saying he's sad for Percoco's young daughters, but that there must be no tolerance for any violation of the public trust. He said we must learn from what happened with this trial and this verdict and put in place additional safeguards. We'll see if that actually translates to any action in terms of new ethics reforms in Albany. Reporting live, Michael Wooten, Channel 2 News.
Local defense attorney Paul Cambria joins us now. Paul, how serious are these charges Percoco was convicted on?
Well, they're all felonies. On the federal side, the sentences are very high. We're looking at 20 years a count. The report was it's 50 years total. There might be a 10-year count in there. So now it's up to the judge to decide on an appropriate sentence. They have guidelines which are advisory and so on. So all of that will mix into it. Speaking of the sentence, might he try and make some type of a deal to maybe go up the chain? Well, the only way he could make a deal is to go up the chain and to try to incriminate someone higher up than he is. And, you know, that's always possible. What impact does this have on the Buffalo billion? Well, there's a common witness there, and the question is whether or not, you know, just the reporting of this and so on will lend some credibility to him. But on the other hand, I think it's an advantage to the lawyers because now they have a transcript. They have admissions by him of not being truthful, and it can be very helpful to the defense. All right, local defense attorney Paul Cambria. Paul, thanks for your time. Appreciate it.